All right. Is it blurry or is it just my eyes? Oh yeah, I think it's my eyes. Hmm. Hey, guess what time it is? It's time for Alive to Thrive. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here.
Like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Well, welcome. This is my art studio, and I am so glad that you have joined me for our very first ever Alive to Thrive vlog. I have such great things planned for our Fridays together, and yeah, so I decided to do it in my art studio only because they're building a house like 2 doors down, and it's really, really loud out there. So I didn't want to listen to all of the, machinery and the work guys, the construction guys. They tend to cuss a lot. So, anyways, moving on. Alive to Thrive. Yes, we're doing it. I'm doing it. I've been wanting to do this for a while, sharing my journey, the things that I've learned in the past, basically, a year, 2 years since being diagnosed with cancer. And so my vision for Alive to Thrive is so much more than just a diagnosis. It is about what I have learned in just living my life and being present, and what my healing looks like, and how to effectively minister to others that may have a chronic illness, doesn't have to be cancer, and also educating as far as wellness and healing and health and balancing all of that with your spirituality, Western medicine, and knowing your body. And then for those of you that have loved ones, or you're a caregiver, or you're a child, or you're a parent of someone that may have a chronic illness, and basically for anyone. I believe that what I have to share is for just everyone in general. It's life. And so I am excited. So Fridays will look like they'll change from week to week, and I'll hopefully you'll gain some inspiration from it, whether it's me educating you about what cancer looks like. I want to give some spiritual insight of the things that I have learned, because this has been a very, very spiritual journey for me, and I am not the same person that I was 2 years ago at all. I want to share maybe some nutrition things, and how I have partnered that with the medical community that takes care of me in that way, and then what it means to deal and live with a chronic illness. So, I've had a ton of people ask me questions since all of this happened, and I want to touch on those questions. And so that'll be part of what our Alive to Thrive Fridays will look like. And so I thought that what I would do right now is to start with the question I get all the time. So the question that I get all the time is, you don't look like you have cancer. Are you in remission? You must not have cancer. So yeah, I get that all the time. So here's my question back to you is, what is cancer supposed to look like? And take it from me, I did have a label or an assumption of what sick people are supposed to look like. And apparently, well, obviously, it's all changed, right? Because once you're diagnosed with a chronic illness or a deadly illness, such as what they consider stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, your whole perspective of what sick is supposed to look like changes. So, yes, I do still have cancer. No, I am not in remission. And health and wellness and sickness and the way you want to attack it and look at it is all a matter of perspective. So for me, you know who I am, and I believe in faith. Faith grounds me. And the way that I've chosen to look at living with a chronic illness is I've taken the stance of looking at the end. Well, more like looking from the beginning. So I've taken the beginning to the end, and in the beginning, I was created whole. I was created perfect. I was created in His image. And so that's the way that I go forth in living my life. So whether my body is agreeing with that and I can't control, well, I can control, but you don't know what's happening inside of your body. I can't see it, but I choose to look at my healing as completed already. And that's how I choose to live my life. And so for those people or those individuals who think that if you're sick, you have to look the part of being sick, I would say that that's not entirely true. Yes, there was a time in my journey where I was like, I looked sick. And I'll even pop a picture or two on here for you of how sick I looked. But you can't stay there, or I chose not to stay in that paradigm of the mental thought of, oh my goodness, I am sick. So that is really the number one question that I get when people see me nowadays is, are you sure you have cancer? You look great. And it's not that I want people to focus on the sickness, and there are definitely people who have now identified me with having cancer, which is totally wrong in my opinion. I am still Leslie Glenn. I'm still evolving and transforming, and I believe that I am becoming a better person every single day. So that is the answer to my very first question. And so I am excited for next Friday. I'm going to try to keep these things to the point and short so that I'm not going on and on and on. And it's going to take practice. So stick with me. And every Friday, I want to end with an inspirational thought for you. So let me go grab that, and I'll be right back. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with fearful trill of the things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade wind soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. I'll see you next week. Have a very blessed weekend. Bye bye.